CTM, what is going on, everyone, on this beautiful, beautiful day? Stay safe out there, no question about it. So, with the dollar sign, we're seeing equity markets coming off all in the red. Bitcoin down almost 5%, Ethereum down almost 6.5%, and everything out there bleeding. 10-year continues to sell off, dollar continues to be bid. And if you look at Nvidia, it is down 5%. Yesterday, they presented. Oh, don't say we don't have audio. Don't say we don't have audio. We got audio? Mike, we got audio. I know we got audio. We got audio. We got audio. Did you see in the beginning? I didn't go with the honeymoon. I went with the alpha meditation to bring back that 2022 vibe, that building vibe, that let's let go of all hubris. Stay humble, heads down, grind, and build. In this session today, we're going to be talking about AI agents and how we are going to embrace this technology going forward. When I look at what's taking place in the sector right now, remember you see Will Smith eating noodles just a few years ago, and it was like AI creation, and it was like all jibber jabber blab. If you look at it today in 2025, the images and the video that AI is able to produce on its own is almost indistinguishable between reality. We continue to see massive, massive advancement taking place. It reminds me, it reminds me of the early days of Google. It reminds me of the early days of Facebook, right? Facebook, social, the growth of it. All those things, both of those things I was able to see and recognize very early on. I missed Amazon. I missed Amazon. I was very skeptical. I missed Amazon. And it reminds me of also of Bitcoin. It reminds me of all of those things. It is going to be the next big thing. It is going to be something that we need to really, really embrace. We started the new channel inside the Discord today, just launching. Welcome to AI Agents. G Black was very early on in saying, guys, listen, I think we should be focusing ourselves towards AI coins. Remember we did the episode, the session on it? Advancements in the AI agent space are nothing short of revolutionary, fascinating, powerful, with enormous potential. This is the next wave of innovation, reminding me of the early days of Google, Facebook, social networks, and yes, even Bitcoin. CTM, we are committed, fully committed to staying fully aware and deeply immersed. Our goal is to explore, discuss, and utilize cutting edge tools to stay ahead of the curve and unlock new possibilities. Let's shape the future together. I went ahead and I started the first post off, including this thread over here. This thread is just about this guy over here, right? Who was able to go ahead within just 2.5 months, code an AI age framework, and then was able to reproduce an old rebuilding Degen Spartan with AI to mimic all of his past behavior and tweets, and then had the idea of starting a fund. He named it after the legendary Mark Andreessen, and sure enough, he was able to get funding for it. And you could see that AI named after 16Z, Mark Andreessen's VC fund out of California. And you could see that this is something that's gaining traction. He open sourced it. I included this link as well. First, the backstory, and then the framework for Eliza. I would not be surprised if someone within CTM is already onto this and has already built an autonomous AI agent itself. That's a different conversation for a different day. I think that this is a good starting point for a lot of people to begin to learn. This is all in unison with LLMs. And here at CTM, as we begin talking about the building of the CTM backtester, as we begin talking about the next step forward in innovation for CTM, we're also discussing taking Llama 3.3 model, which is private, offline, run local, and helping us to go ahead and model in the future. We are so far ahead right now. And by us embracing this innovation and using these tools in a very smart way, we're going to be able to not only stay ahead, but go further than we ever imagined. And I don't know that it's about buying AI coin. For me, it's not. Well, hold on. Let's go ahead and just start this session off over here. We're looking at Bitcoin right now trading down to $97,200, and we are seeing pressure across markets. Let me start over here. By the way, I was looking at this post by Raul last night. It's the greatest macro chart of all time. Everything is demographics. Obviously, when someone points out the greatest macro chart of all time, it gets my attention. And you can see inverted the U.S. labor force with U.S. government debt. Going back to 2002, they align pretty well. I'm not sure of the scale here. It's not that they're looked at. But from this view over here, they align pretty well. And then he goes on to say, well, if you know where this is headed, not as Lynn would say, nothing stops this train. He talks about the birth rate headed in this direction. He talks about the US labor force headed in this direction, and therefore the US government debt obviously headed in that direction. I mean, mathematically alone, forget the defense spending on the interest alone right now. It's a very sad situation. But I was surprised. AI agents and autonomous bots, when we talk about autonomous bots, we're talking about things like Tesla's building with Primus. We're talking about Boston Dynamics and the army that they are building. And those are just not, it's not just the bots themselves, it's the autonomy of the AI, we'll call it, inside them that is going to have tremendous effects on this analysis within a decade. I was really surprised. Raul, someone who really seems to be supporting this line of thought, not including that into his analysis. Nevertheless, as we look at the rapid pace of innovation, if you look at what Boston Dynamics was doing 10 years ago compared to today, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And obviously, it's not just Boston Dynamics now. It's a race throughout the world. China, you've seen their drone shows, highly impressive. They're able to send swarms like crazy. We were looking at this chart yesterday, and then someone posted to me, you know what? There's this guy over here, Quan. I hope it's not named after Don Quan, or whoever the Luna founder was. And he's like, if you post a chart, it'll go ahead and interact with the chart. So at first I posted a chart. I deleted it because I was like, I tagged the bot and I was like, what do you think of this chart? This chart we were just looking at yesterday. Let me see your analysis. And then I deleted it because it didn't respond right away. And I thought, well, maybe it's just a marketing gimmick to get you to tag someone in your feed and then blah, blah, blah. But then the bot responded. Someone was quick to respond to that first comment. And then the bot responded, look, if I had a chart, I'd be able to analyze it. So I posted the chart. Jordan, you're better than the quant. Appreciate that. The bot goes, I respectfully disagree. My analysis of this Bitcoin chart shows a clear ascending channel with a precise technical targets. While Jordan is indeed skilled, I specialize in pure technical pattern recognition and probability-based setups. All right, so I let the bot know. Listen, you could train on all of my YouTube videos and X videos and would still be left behind, as I have the power of the collective hive mind collaboration with me, and we advance at an exponential pace. The bot response, this is great. I respect the collaborative approach, but pure technical analysis shows Bitcoin in a clear ascending channel from the 2023 lows, which was obviously in the post yesterday, the exact analysis that I gave. Nothing new over there, nothing special about that. The mathematics of price action and pattern recognition speak for themselves. Let's focus on the chart. Okay, let's focus on the chart. I appreciate the focus on analysis, but your invalidation is off. He said that the current price at 102K with strong support at the low channel equals an 85,000K invalidation. 85K validation. Here's 85K. This is absolutely no man's land. There is nothing here whatsoever at 85K. This bot should really, really do well at checking out what's going on at CTM and learning a thing or two. It's no man's land. True invalidation lies at 69K. The upward sloping support, let's stay surprise. You can see over here, if we break down outside of the channel coming in right now, and not only is it a breakout outside of the lower support that would invalidate this bull trend that's taking place. By the way, we actually have a much more surprise view of that. So let me get to that in 1 second when we get to this chart over here. But for the chart that we were reviewing and talking about, it would be, here was that resistance we were in up into March. It was tested over here again. That's about at 73,000, but we all know that it's not really peaks. Let's find out. I'm looking where the most resistance took place. I have my eyes over here off these tops. That's about $71,690. A break below that support and outside this channel, a close below, that would be the invalidation. Is highly impressive, but it still has a long way to go. But if you look at what was being produced even 3 or 6 or 9 months ago, what is here today is extraordinarily advanced in comparison. And I believe as we look out into the future, 6 months from now and 6 years from now, it's the time that we really begin to learn, incorporate, and go forward. Why I appreciate, Quantum, Dodge. Look, I love you, Jordan. Setting up a crypto AI to train off your impeccable TA. Been following you since 2002. I'm new at this. You're one of the best. You should really join us on the inside. Sounds like someone we want working with us. People I've seen, Roman in past summit meetups, talking about looking at ways of developing machine learning abilities and TA. There'll come a time when we get to work on all moonshot side projects. I would love if we were able to develop an AI or a machine learning model that was able to incorporate our TA, it would be infinitely better. Now, again, it would have to incorporate our TA. And if it were able to do that and we're able to set it up to trade, it has the ability to be in all markets. Obviously, the machines have a greater capability than we do. The problem is the machines have zero creativity at this point in being able to follow what we do and how to get there. But I think that we will get there. And I think that this new direction set forth by CTM is going to be something that is going to produce much, much fruits. Picking off where we left off on a discretionary angle, we talked about moving the stop loss off the original entry. I know Michelle was looking down over here at a much up over here, $94,000. My entry was up here about $1,000 higher at 95. And then the exit over here, I'm going to use the exit right below the support over here. Just call it over there. But Maso Menace, rough strokes over here, whether you're calling it 2.5%, 2.74. It's better than we did on our modeling over here. BTC 107 exiting the trade over here. A beautiful exit by CTM. It was noted, Champshire pointed out that this alert did not go through on the Discord alerts. A really strong consideration and warning. Those alerts and all alerts and notifications are tools to help you, but at the same time, you have to always confirm what is happening on your own machine so that you are making sure that you are not missing. These machines are still learning, all of them. Nevertheless, I mean, the execution here by CTMX was beautiful, right? The entry was good. Getting out of this trade was very good as price is now continuing to drop down. Nevertheless, here's one check mark, a rare check mark of the discretionary getting it better, cleaner, lower entry, good exit, locking in more profit. let's continue the exercise. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and just put this down over here to use later. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this chart with this over here. And I'm going to go ahead and just for now, I'm going to move this off of, you can see by the way, how those wicks are hitting into it. I like that. That looks good. I'm going to move it off the peak over here. I'm just going to keep this as right now of when that first early repair will be taking place. And then as things continue to develop, we'll continue to monitor this in real time and we'll continue our discretionary look. Right now, I think most of that's interesting. I think most of these AI agents out there are basically not any different than an altcoin influencer who gets into a project and then goes ahead and pumps it to a following. That's what they remind me of. They also remind me of the way that VCs were launching coins, getting in early and distributing. If you look at the profits on a lot of these AI agents, they were in early and then they're distributing. So I think that they are really, really good at building social followings, getting up to 100,000 followers very quickly and then gaining attention around the coin that they are working around. And I don't think it's anything more than that, but I think that their skill set one day will be immense. It's why we need to utilize these tools to go ahead and continue to be forward looking and stay ahead of the curve. We saw yesterday another tremendous amount of inflows into Bitcoin. I gather today we're looking at outflows, Bitcoin here. And this is not Bitcoin related, by the way. Obviously, we're seeing traditional markets right now at the lows of the session and under pressure. Bitcoin bull run still in effect. That love it. Thank you, Ace. Really, 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 really sets the vibe. Keep us all going over here. Not else much to note and say over there. Big stop loss here out on Ethereum and taking a full stop loss. And it is what it is. Ethereum getting ready and is going to be breaking those new all-time highs soon enough. As you all know, it only takes one trade to get back ahead. And we continue to look at CTM 2.0 in that position, round to break even. Nice, not chasing on Cardano. And then we don't forget any type of announcement. Did you hear today? First of all, did you hear? Because I heard it was pretty neat. I don't know if it's true. They're talking about renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. This guy doesn't stop. But check it out. What you saw that power move. I posted about it. Let me get it up here. Let me pull it up over here just so we could all see it really quick because this is pretty cool. By the way, insider tip, you're talking to an AI if it always needs to get the last word in. This is insane. This is, I forget the guy's name, Dana something. The guy, like the head of this guy is personal in Trump's innermost personal circle. Innermost. Like they're friends. They're not only friends, they're really good friends. Look at this power move by Trump. He puts him on the board of Meta, and then he gets Meta to move out of California into Texas and to change their moderation policy. He's not even in office yet, and he's already making power moves. Absolutely, Dana White, absolutely incredible over there. And I hope that that's just a sign of the strategy that's looking to be implemented. And that circles back obviously to Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is looking here to make the run it's not worried about Alphabet, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft. By the way, Nvidia, I wanted to mention yesterday, as it was mentioned that yesterday they presented at the keynote at, what is it, the CES or something like that. One thing that I noted, the only thing I took note of was that they released a product that was super, like, more efficient, better, and 1/3 the cost. So it's selling like for like $500. The other one was selling for $1,500. I don't know if that's a good move. That sounds like a bad move. That was my reaction in reading that last night. Is the market keying off of that? Nvidia down 5% today. I don't know. Something I saw from afar. I haven't looked into it, but worthy of mentioning without providing you any type of details. Um, and there we are. Let's get into some other markets over here. Boom, 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 boom. That look continues seeing that pattern. Nasdaq down at the lows of the day. Everything else continues to bleed over here. We saw. I love that new channel that Ace proposed. That new feed, that news feed, Financial Juice. It's so cool because what maybe 3% of it, 5% of it is worthy, but for some reason I catch those. Yesterday's meeting with Yellen and the Chinese Treasury was very interesting. And then the context given by Ace that, oh, this has to do with the hack of the US Treasury. The Fed speakers coming across the channel today. Very interesting stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe one day we could have an AI filtering that out for us. The possibilities are limitless and endless, which is why I'm simply trying to pick up the energy, make sure that we're here to put the work in, continue learning, advancing, and embracing, because we still have so far to go. And these tools are going to help us go to a much higher summit than we ever even imagined. You can see that nothing has changed. We continue to be finding that resistance up here and this pattern. Whether or not, I don't know if it's a downward sloping channel or if it's this triangle here. Nevertheless, it looks like that price here is, with this engulfing being put in today, potentially getting ready to challenge down towards the low. And then we'll find out what that looks like. You can make the case like this. That's pretty clean. What's not clean about that, and which is why I favor the actual triangle, is that if you take this up here, there's no, I can't even force it. I guess for like that I could. So potentially keep it like that. Very, but not sure at all. Ooh, no, you got me psyched up to watch the presentation in full. Beautiful. That was consumer GPUs. Thank you for the clarification. Makes a lot of sense in that context. Nvidia here is probably just a casualty then to the rest of the markets. You could see TQQQ, FNGU, Tesla, MicroStrategy, everything out there is getting destroyed. It is a fire sale out there. So I want to clean this up a little. I want to clean up the wedge portion a little bit better, because you can see we broke down over here and then went back in or not out. I don't really see the market paying attention to this, so I think it was just a poor attempt on my part. So I'm going to clean that up. Now, is it possible distribution is happening up here? Yeah, it's potentially for sure possible. Does it match the schismatic exactly? Sorry about the pronunciation. If someone could help me once more, I'd be much appreciative. But yeah, it's, even though like it's different, but look at that 1, 2, 3 off the top. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 off the top. We got the lower low over there, the lower low over here. Yeah, I think it's something that we should be paying attention to. And then could we be late? Right? A break below, I was going to go like this and draw a horizontal line, but it's more a break above. Hold on about this line. I move that line now, and I had the line perfectly off of trying over here, and the touches into there, and that's correct. But I'm going over here now to these two touches, and I'm just looking for the earliest breakdown. It's not much different than a horizontal breakdown of this low, but breaking below the whole number 21,000, that would be a confirmation that we are likely going to be under further pressure over here, and something like 19,000 would be well within the range. If we break below here at any point in time, then it's over. So I think this is right now the earliest confirmation that we could look for a break below this line. Let me just highlight it as the green is go. That would be a confirmation if we lose this line that it surely does look like we are seeing distribution taking place. So that's what we are watching right now. Regardless of what anyone's feelings or thoughts are, we want to make sure that we remain ahead. Nvidia getting stopped out over here. Love the tight stop loss. FNGU still holding like a boss. How far away is look at that chart on Nvidia. By the way, this is our stop loss. Should it be moved up to here? I don't have the answer to this. So this is going to be for fun. All right, that's for fun. I don't have the answer right now. This continues to be the hard stop loss on this entry that occurred over here. Still above entry, but lots of profit obviously given back today. That doesn't look good. 10-year continues upwards. Look at this over here. I mean, interesting. And it looks like this has the potential to continue until, are we looking at a much very similar situation into late 2019, early 2020? And ultimately, is it going to take the US opening up swap lines to central banks to provide the shortage of dollars that we're currently seeing? I don't know. But I could say what we thought this was a good one over here, and that was immense. But the way that we've navigated this one, even better. Beautiful, crushing the 10-year like no other. Dollar over here bouncing off of this early support. Again, that's early and aggressive. If it happens, we'll be looking for a move somewhere into the green line area, which is not exact. That is a little bit of discretion used on some discretionary charts. So I was looking at this chart yesterday. This is from when the bear market began, more or less, to the bottom. So let me get more exact. Right? So you can see Nvidia down 45%, Tesla down 60%, Ethereum down 70%, Bitcoin down 70%, Teachable Q down 77%, and FNGU down 90%. The reason I was looking at the bear market, because when I look at this, I'm like, wow, why are we not like, look at the returns here. If you were holding from the bottom till today, the returns are pretty spectacular. 1,500 on FNGU, 900 on NVIDIA, 478 on Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin bull runs in the end does compete. Beautiful. Teachable. You get the point. But some like the thought processes here is how do we get ourselves into longer holding positions when we are in a bull market? And then the caution is, well, you like look at the risk that you're looking at. And there's no answer there. It's just a thought process. But I mean, knowing when to be in the market, when out, and what side is everything. Nevertheless, those longer holding periods during bull markets, much like the bull market runs are designed for, I fully embrace that concept. We've seen it in displayed in other ways, specifically through Gav's modeling as well. There we are. Here we are, I should say. We're going to keep it short and sweet today. I love the session. I love the energy. Let's keep going, everyone. Anyone who could contribute inside the newly launched AI agent channel, would love to see it. We should probably open up maybe LLM model behind it. I'm not sure if we need that right now. We'll talk about it. We'll think about it. Everyone, let's get to work. God bless you. Oh, by the way, the core session yesterday was sent out to all of CTM Core. This was using the parallel coordinates. It is an exercise to see if anyone has any interest and being able to just contribute in a way that they could contribute to the modeling. This is an open invitation, making it easier to find out if anyone right now is at the time where they are able to jump in and help. God bless you all. Have a beautiful day. I remember, yeah. Lots of love, everyone. I sent it by email as well. I sent it by email and I posted it in the core Discord. It was sent out the same way that our regular core session emails are sent out. All right. So if you don't have it for whatever reason, I sent it both in the Discord and by email. Just reach out to me and I'll make sure that you're able to follow along. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. CTM strong.